especially Brian, because Mr. Cranky Pants. Who was on a 10-second delay, so he probably just heard me call him out. Shirley. Do, 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 do. You're my girlie. Do, 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 do.
Shirley.
And it's crazy. It's spelled Shirlee.
Shirley.
And that's the way they sing it.
You're my girlie.
It rhymes with girly. Let's see. Hey, we got Peoples. Unless that's you.
It's not me.
And then we've probably already been silenced on Facebook. So
We haven't played anything yet.
Yeah, but we were singing Shirley.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Yes, that's the message right there.
KVB sent me.
That gets you an all-exclusive pass to nothing.
Get you a whole lot of nothing.
To hear us sing Shirley.
Oh, they'll hear that later.
I hope so. I went through a lot of work to get that here.
All right, man.
All right. So if you're prepared, I will give you a 5 in Shri.
That'll work.
Who's your mama?
This week on the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast, we bring you a fresh in peace, cheese and crackers and hip hop, Pete Rock on a rampage, the return of Prodigy, a farewell to Mr. and new music from the illest. What else? Let's listen.
It's not just any day. It's Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Now a witness trend, street now.
I want y'all to jump in the name of my 1,
2, 3. And now, here's your host, Bill Winters, and Mr. Throwback Thursday himself, James Robbins.
And once again, welcome to Mr. Throwback Thursday, the preeminent classic hip-hop podcast in all the world. It is your two favorite dummies bringing you all the hip-hop news that you can stand. Bill up in New York, Jamie down in Virginia. How are you, my friend?
I am well. I am actually in quite a bit of pain this evening. I don't know if you can see the alcoholic glow on my face. I went into the pool yesterday.
Oh, a little bit of redness.
A little bit, because it was the first time in the pool for the season.
Yes.
And I was hanging out on my Death Wish coffee float. It's actually a Death Wish coffee company float. It's not like I put ice cream in my Death Wish coffee. I was on the pool float and hanging out, and next thing you know, I can't put my arms down because of the stiffness. I got up and I got down with the stiffness.
I was going to do that, but I figured you had it covered.
Yes, you could have come in with an ooh, ah, 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 and that would have been fine.
No,
but
I would have just touched the red spot and you would have went, ooh, ow, 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 ow.
I would, yes. It's all about some redness.
Get down with the redness.
But yeah, so I had forgotten that it's dark and the sun is hot.
So we don't need Reggie Noble. We have a red man with us
You
this
do
week.
today, yeah. Get a nice
Woo. Not me. I'm slightly tan, but not burned because I don't have any
lightly
luck with the
toasted.
sun. Which is how I used to like my marshmallows. I don't eat them at all anymore. But other than that, what's new and exciting?
Nothing. I got a kid that graduated college.
I don't yet. I have
well,
a kid who's about to graduate high school. So yes, congratulations to your eldest. The fantasy football one Chief Rocca is now the one Chief college graduate. So
yeah. So we're gonna have a party for him next weekend.
Very cool indeed. So we have chock full tonight, aren't we?
We are.
And for those who were on the patron feed before we came in, they got a quick glimpse, I guess, of the one and done this week because we just kept singing it the whole time.
Yeah, it's like the only song on the CD that I know.
And that's why it's a one and done.
Because I think it's the only format it was made in. Because it was after cassettes were popular and when CDs were becoming a thing. So
Right.
I'm sure it may be out there somewhere in a cassette format, but if I had gotten it in a cassette format, I would not have been able to transfer it so well.
Watch me go
and I
to
would not have it.
watch me go to Stormville Flea Market and find it on vinyl.
Oh, you will now.
Of course I will. Kind of like Ice MC.
Yeah.
So
Raven is the flavor. No, we're not going down that road again because we had a discussion about Biggie Smalls and Raven, and that was in New Jersey.
in honor of our late great friend Bobo. This is
Yes.
episode 4. Shree 4.
Yes,
So-
yeah.
434 coming at you. We have hip hop headlines.
We
We
do.
have Woo News. We have a one and done. Record of the week. We'll remind you who the artist of the month is for this last week of May. I can't believe we'll be ready for June next week.
Yeah. Junio.
And an old to the new this week, which
Which
Kinda, of course.
we just did. We didn't
Yeah.
ask anybody shit. We just said, fuck it.
kind of in celebration of a recent birthday.
Well, yes, that's why we're doing it. But
So,
I'm sure we'll get shut down.
and then I'm sure I'll read some lyrics and it'll be disgusting as it usually is.
You never know. It could be shiny, happy people for all I know.
I'm going to
It's
go out on a
not,
limb and
but it could be.
I was going to say, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's probably not that.
Yeah, no,
But-
it is definitely not that.
And it's not Randy Savage's rap album either.
You
We
don't
did
know that part.
We did that once. And that
Yes. Sorry, I did forget. Cranky Pants' birthday was the other day.
was-
I
happy
did-
birthday, Cranky Pants.
I did wish him a happy birthday, but we did not air it, so I apologize.
Well, happiest of hip hop birthdays to you, Cranky Pants, Brian Hollenbeck.
Yes.
So, and then, of course, we'll go through everything that there is at the end, but we have 10 pieces of hip hop headlines to get to this
We
week.
do.
So let us not delay any further. Would you please be so kind to hit me with a little of that Triple H?
Yay, yay.
This is hip hop has brought to you by Mr. Throwback Thursday.
We'll get on it. It's your time.
My toying is going to start with a Fresh in Peace, and this was a name that a lot of people might not know, but
Yeah.
it sounds they should know.
Oh, most definitely.
Heavily sampled artist Bernard Wright has passed away at the age of 58. Bernard Wright was a vocalist, keyboardist, and songwriter who blended jazz with funk and other types of music. He had a 1981 album called Nard
Yes.
that
For his name, Bernard.
that basically has been sampled by every brother you ever heard of.
Yes, and Savion Glover.
LL, Skee-Lo, Snoop, J-Live, Roberta Flack. Actually, it's Roberta Flack's son.
Yes.
And
So
let's
that's
see.
his mom's in them.
But collaborated with Dougie Fresh, Miles Davis, Cameo, Bobby Brown, all sorts of people. So Bernard Wright was 58 years old. No cause of death has been made public at this time. But for those who like to go back and find the songs that are being sampled, I mean, there's a website for that. We used
yeah,
to talk about it all the time.
Whosampled.com. Yeah, they got quite a bit of stuff in there.
So, is there anything on here that you could play that was Bernard Wright's that people would recognize?
Hold on. Let me see what I got real quick. And we will edit all this out. I believe this would be one. Give me a second.
Now, is that spinning?
There.
That's spinning.
It is. That's,
And you,
that's why I had to find a spot. I'm like, I know it's here. Here we go.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
Yes,
I wish
sir.
I was a baller. Yes, that's the basis of I wish.
Yeah. Wish I had a girl that looked good. I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat, a bat, 6'4" Impala.
He also had a song called Haba Glaba Tribin, which
Yes.
Dre sampled for G's and Hustlers for Snoop. This is for the Hustlers and this is for the G's.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, again, these are the kind of things that I love to find out as to who made these obscure songs.
Oh, yeah. What was that one? Was it Joe Cocker?
Oh, Joe Cocker's song
That was-
sampled by everybody,
Yeah.
including California Love. And
Mm-hmm.
But who would have thought Joe Cocker would be the most sampled guy in hip hop history?
I
'Cause
know,
I think
right?
he is.
Yeah, I mean, you get the funky drummer.
James Brown, yeah.
But outside of that, I would say, yeah.
Everybody touched on that. I wonder if old Joe's state gets any cut of that. I hope so.
Don't know. Matter of was it pre or post sample laws? You know.
Yeah, because, well, I don't know. Was it pre-sample laws that Tribe Called Quest sampled Lou Reed, but they still got nailed?
No, the record company didn't do what they were supposed to do on that one.
And, you know, Lou Reed basically is getting every penny off of that song. So,
Can I kick it?
yeah, right to Lou Reed you can.
Yep.
So, fresh in peace to Bernard Wright, passing away at the age of 58. Thanks, John.
Yeah. You would be surprised how many times we get that notification and then it's released right after we're done.
Thankfully, this isn't a fresh in peace, but this one kind of caught me by surprise. And I remember seeing this. I think you might have sent it to me during the week, or I was going to send
Yeah.
it to you. Cypress Hill Send Dog. And we've done a lot of talk about Cypress Hill lately with their new record that
And then
was
they had their
just
verses.
sent out. Send Dog has been hospitalized with an emergency, and this comes to us from AFH, and you've called it, of course, Best Wishes. So we do. We wish all the best to Send Dog, who
Just in
with
case you
sending-
freaking nature, you don't know Sendog. He's the I could just kill a man. That's his voice.
Senan Reyes is his real name.
Yes.
He had to leave the Cypress Hill tour right as it started. So
And they're touring with Slipknot right now.
thankfully,
Or
it's
as,
non-COVID.
As Sha Rock said today on That's the Joint, she said, the Slipknot.
The Slipknot, yes. Who we have seen.
We have.
You and I saw them together as part of the Day Off Fest.
Yes.
I'll never
And we
forget that
walked
show,
out.
man.
We left before they were finished. We didn't walk out.
Yeah. We left as they started because we saw somebody get completely annihilated in the mosh pit, and we're like, okay, time for us to go before that moves back here. So,
And we're out.
non-COVID medical emergency that requires surgery. He'll be taking time off after the surgery for much-needed rest. Sorry to say he'll not be with us for the remaining Slipknot dates. We plan on holding it down for our brother and can't wait for him to be back on the road with us, but his health comes first. Absolutely.
Yes.
So we wish all the best to Sendog of Cypress Hill. Hopefully
Yeah.
it's nothing too major.
yeah,
but-
no, a medical emergency, non-COVID related that required surgery. I mean, it could be.
That's
an
all you need
appendix.
to know.
It could be anything. You know.
That's all
we're
we
hoping
need
it's
to know.
not- Yep. We know he's in the hospital. We know he's having surgery, and we hoping he gets better.
Next article. DJMag.com brings us BIG 50. Because somebody would have turned the big 50.
Yes. Yes.
And that would have been Christopher Wallace, professionally known as the Notorious B.I.G.
Yes.
But
Originally as Biggie Smalls, but a little white kid had the name, so he had to change it.
and somehow, some way, he just released new music,
Yeah.
a posthumous
And there's-
single.
There's a
Cool.
new record set coming, like an 8 album or 8, not album, an 8 record set.
Mm-hmm.
Because they only had 2 albums. Yes, John, I believe that Half Hitch actually took that battle.
So this song is called Goat, G-O-A-T, of course, which
Yes. Not
God.
Go Oat, which is
Not
the
Go
latest commercial for the greatest order of all time.
yeah, which is stupid. Makes me want to reach through my TV and choke that bitch.
Yep.
But
She's
yeah,
ordering
this,
Mofongo, though.
that's another reason why she needs to be slapped.
The only person I know that ordered Mofongo is Kenan Thompson as Big Papi on Saturday Night Live.
I'll kick you right in the mofongo.
You know, you get Mofongo.
So this song was released specifically to mark Biggie's 50th birthday,
Yes,
which was this past Saturday, May 21st. He would have turned
it
50.
was. It was the day before DJ B's birthday.
And it features Ty Dolla Sign, which they actually spelled as Ty Dolla Sign instead of Ty Dolla Sign 9,
Which is what I did in a later write-up.
as well as Nigerian singer Bella Alubo.
Mm-hmm.
An Afro beats influenced beat by producer KO Music.
Yep, I'll go with that.
So, very interesting that this came out just to celebrate his birthday. Maybe if we're lucky, we will hear a bit of it later.
One never knows, does one?
Well, 2 of us do.
Well, we don't. Yes, we know
D-
what's going on.
Story number 4, DJ Cheese.
Yes,
You can never have
King
too many
Tut,
King
you
Cut
know you want a
references.
slice. I never get to do it, and this just seemed perfect. Although it's not about
And you know what?
word of mouth.
I have that song saved in my library, and there are a lot of times out of nowhere I will just put it on just because I want to hear DJ Cheese.
So you go, King Cut. You know you want a slice.
You know you want a slice.
Scratch
So
yourself, you
anyway-
wanna hear it twice.
Foodandwine.com, and I don't think this is the first time we've used it.
No, sadly, because it was muted when I pulled it up. So
And I think we talked about this in the past,
We
that they
talked
were
about this with
going to
beer.
do this. Oh, that's right. It was beer that they
because
did.
it was a Wu-Tang
fermented to it, yes.
beer. Yep.
But now, Cheez-Its new crackers are made with cheese that is aged to hip-hop music. So the flavor is funky. Cheez-Its by Pandora, aged by Audio Crackers, will be sold exclusively through the Cheez-It online shop. And I don't know why I noticed this the other day.
Were you on the Cheez It online shop?
No, I saw somebody wearing a Cheez-Its t-shirt. And I'm like, why? Why would you do that? And then, I noticed a friend of mine was wearing a Hot Wheels t-shirt, so
Yeah.
it made perfect sense. So, Cheez-Its, as I said, is making crackers that are sold exclusively through their online shop. We've seen beer aged to the sweet sounds of Wu-Tang Clan. Metallica ages their whiskey with a sonic enhancement system called Black Noise that, of course, plays their own music.
Well, of course.
But Cheez-It has now teamed up with Pandora to create what they are billing as the first ever sonically aged cheese snack. So it's all hip hop.
Yeah, that's what they say.
It doesn't tell us.
I'm on the website looking for it. I can't find it. So it must not be available yet.
Yeah, Cheez-It actually shared some of the names that have aged their crackers.
Crack ass.
Tribe Called Quest, LL Cool J, The Roots, Beastie Boys, and Snoop Dogg. But on May 26th, that's why, once the boxes are released, that's why you can't find them on their website yet. Yes, Brian, you're correct. The Cranky Pants is right. Extra toasty ones rule. Was the t-shirt extra toasty? I'm going to say no. Because that would...
Did it have Scorpion on it?
No.
Toasty.
So anyway, once the boxes are released, CheezItHQ.com and Pandora.com will feature a link to a playlist of songs used to age the cheese on the crackers.
Yes.
The good news is...
In case you want to age anything to it, you can have their playlist.
The good news is the music selections are not as cheesy as the crackers.
I hope not. Get out there with some Rico Suave.
Cheesy cracker ass cracker.
Indeed.
Article number 5, Pissed Off Pete. You don't want Pissed Off Pete.
You do not. And I was going to call it Pete Not So Nice. But
which would have made sense too.
Yeah, but I didn't want to have anybody thinking we were talking about a friend of the show, Pete Nice. But we are talking about a friend of the show.
Yes. HipHopDX.com says that Pete Rock has been threatened with a lawsuit after he venomously denied producing Cannabis's EP by saying, "This shit is super trash."
Yeah, that's brutal. I mean, I don't care who you are. You're in the industry. You deal with these people. You may know some of these people. You come straight out and say somebody's stuff is trash. It's one thing for us to say it because we're
nobodies.
Yeah, we're just a consumer. But somebody with Pete Rock's background, his reputation, his legacy, to come out and say
his reputation in the industry, yes,
yeah,
it's
I have nothing to do with this. He got caught though, because he did have something to do with it.
This is what he said. He said, "I would never, ever, ever, never, ever produce something."
Never, ever, never, ever, ever.
The junior member of the TBT posse, my daughter Emily, has just delivered me a fresh cup of coffee.
Nice. I have one here as well. It's on standby.
Oh, that's good too.
In my elemental mug.
I have my mug that we got when we got our samples of the Ginger Dead.
Yes.
I love this mug.
And I also have a little Ron Zacapa for the evening.
I was wondering when you were going to go back to that, and I saw it was a little darker. I figured that's what you had tonight.
A little extra molasses.
So he says, "I would never, ever, ever, never, ever produce something that sounds this bad. OMG. This is a thirsty move by cannabis people, but he don't sound good on it. WTF. OMG. Y'all got to stop being so thirsty and disrespectful, man. That's how you keep running in the mud. This is super trash." Oh, Brian must not have gotten the Ginger Dead.
No, he was not around for that era.
It was around Christmas time. Death Wish Coffee put out a gingerbread infused coffee that was their best flavored coffee, in my opinion.
No, not for me. Chocolate rum ball always will be.
Well, I know you, but you always cut it in half. See, the Ginger Dead,
you have to.
I drink that straight.
I actually have Ginger Dead cold brew right now in my fridge.
Nice. So someone asked Pete Rock to clarify if it was him on the project. He replied, "Hell no, man. Sheesh. I'm not going to ever misrepresent myself in this game ever. They will do it before me." So.
Yeah, but Cannabis
manager was like,
"Yeah, I got receipts, like literal receipts." And yes, I did use the term correctly.
Yes, because he said he was paid handsomely for his contributions and even demanded more money once the project was underway.
Yeah, and I don't know if he demanded more money because it was so bad. Yeah, no. My guess in this whole thing
Oh, I'm jealous of Gail. I'm out of my ginger dead. I drank all of it. So
is Pete Rock supplied a beat, and then they went
As
and
he
did their own
does.
production, and he didn't have hands on to actually produce the track. He just had a beat that they bought. This is my vision of what's going on here.
right.
Because it's dumb for Pete to outright lie and say, I didn't have anything to do with it. And then, Canvas manager go, dude, I got the receipt right here where I paid you for this. So
And-
I
And
believe
this guy
he's involved.
apparently, this is not the first time he's done it with the manager of Cannabis too, because he said Pete finessed them, but not me. He says he's got a history of doing bad business with others who were too scared to speak up. He goes, I paid Pete for a verse in 2011 after we released it. He recycled the first 8 bars on Diamond D's album in 2013.
Yeah.
I paid him for 2 beats for the Cannabis EP, and then a year later, he sold one of the beats he sold me to Sauce Money for his album. He says, then I picked a replacement track for Cannabis. He goes on Twitter and says the track was only intended for Flea Lord, but now Pete is telling the world he didn't produce it. And it's like, no.
I say nay, nay.
And now he says, I'll give Pete Rock $1 million if any part of my story or my actual receipts, sign-offs, etc. are fake. Now talk that shit, Pete.
Yeah. See, that's why I believe that he sold them a beat, but did not produce the track. So like, I gave you a beat and this is what you did with it. I don't want to be associated with this.
Right. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's one I'm going to stay out of the way of because I wouldn't want to cross Pete.
No. Because he's a sweet soul brother.
Article number 6, The Prodigy returns.
Yes. Also hard to do when you're dead.
Prodigy's solo catalog returns to streaming services, and his estate has announced a new.
All right, you're
Everybody
all
is
choppy and
doing-
broken up. Nobody has any idea what you just said.
Really?
You
How
are
about
max
now? Am I
headroom
still
at
bad?
best. I don't know.
All right. Well, last time we did this, I will be back.
We will be here. No, Pete doesn't give the same beat to everybody. I've heard some good Pete Rock beats. But maybe in his older age, he did what? Maybe after he watched Bring It On, he said, ooh, that's the best way to go. There must be some Toros in this. No, doesn't make any sense. Bring It On is one of those movies that if I walk into a room and it's on, doesn't matter what part of the movie it's on, I'll just sit and watch it. Pitch Perfect, same way. Hudson Hawk, same way. Army of Darkness. These are just a few of my movies that I will watch no matter what part they're on. And the Boopster has returned.
Let's see how that sounds.
Probably sound like that.
Probably sound like that. Oh, you know why? I think
No.
once I'm done here, I think I probably have to. Yeah, my device needs to restart to install updates. I'm not doing that shit
That
here.
Yeah, don't do that in the middle of the show.
No, because we don't have 2.5 hours for that shit.
No.
So, all hip hop fans.
Yes. Hold on, let's come back in so I have a breaking point.
Okay.
With a
Edit
tree.
that out.
Please. With a tree. Who's your mama?
So, our next article, The Prodigy returns, which is rather impressive. So,
Yeah.
we seem to have a theme of artists who have passed away releasing new music this week. I thought Easter was last month when people rose from the dead.
Yes.
Prodigy's solo catalog returns to streaming services, and his estate has announced that a new album's coming out. So,
Yes. This I'm very interested in.
so the solo music catalog of Prodigy of the infamous Mobb Deep will be available to all DPS and digital stores in its entirety. It's actually out now because it was released a couple of weeks ago. Due to legal conflicts between the estate.
Was it, or is this that one that the article was May 20th and it says April? Is that the one?
Yeah.
It's not. It says today, April 20th, but the article is released on May 20th. So that is a typo. It was released on May 20th, which was as we record 3 days.
You know why? Because the source does not have Ed Young anymore.
They do not.
Nobody's proofreading that shit.
You take that Harvard education out of there, and who knows what's going on?
He went to Harvard.
That's what I've heard.
So, Prodigy, one half of the best hip hop group of all time, the infamous Mobb Deep.
Infamous.
Yeah, the solo stuff, it was taken off all streaming sites back in 2019, and now it's back. So albums like HNIC and the Bumpy Johnson album, you know, all sorts of really good
penicillin
stuff.
shots fix that.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think we give them in our office, but there's other people who do.
Maybe he got monkeypox.
His bu-
They give you a Bumpy Johnson.
a Bumpy Johnson. You need more than a shot of penicillin.
You need some bumpy knuckles.
Bumpy knuckles on the Bumpy Johnson. You
Yeah.
make some friction that way.
It's like those. It's like those things on the
I
side
don't
of
want
the
to hear
road.
it. I
The
don't want to
rumble
hear
strips.
it. The rumble strips. Yes.
It's-
Oh. That just sounds painful.
it does.
That hurt. So, yeah, very excited about this. Because we've done one or two Prodigy records.
Yeah. I think we
I don't
did.
know.
I think we did one when he died.
I think we did, yeah, the week that we reported on him passing, we
Yeah.
did. Spotify's got a playlist called This is Prodigy, so you can go check that out as well. The Book of the Dead.
This is back to
will
an
be
Army of
released-
Darkness reference.
Yeah, no, I guess they're releasing a three record, you know, trilogy of his stuff. Chapter 1, the Book of Revelation, which came out right before he died. Book 2, the Book of Heroin, and then Book of the Dead was the third one, which should come out in 2023.
I hear
So-
that book of heroin will put you to sleep.
Yeah, heroin with an E on the end of it, not the drug.
Not heroin.
So, no. So, if you are a fan of the infamous Mobb Deep, you should go check out your streaming services to see if you can find Prodigy's solo stuff, because it should be there now.
Yes, John. It's the Necronomicon Ex Mortis.
Next article.
Bound in
Doom!
flesh and inked in blood. Yes. All caps when you say that man's name.
Yeah, just Doom.
Yes.
And it comes to us from our friends at okplayer.com. A biography recounting the life of MF Doom is in the works. Daniel Dumile is going to get his story told,
Yes.
which
yes.
would definitely be a read for me, because
Oh, yeah.
one of the more fascinating people in the history of this thing we call hip hop. And we talked about it last week when you were talking about how your kids had never seen Zev Love X perform
Right.
before he was Doom.
Yeah, there were no Zev Love X bots, but there were Doom bots.
Of course there were. And it's the Chronicles of Doom, I believe, is being written by Skiz Fernando.
Sure.
Recount the rise, fall, redemption, and untimely death of MF Doom.
Yes.
So, yeah, one of rap's most enigmatic and influential figures, from KMD to Adult Swim on Cartoon Network, to escaping death in the public eye for months before it was announced, which is just such a Doom thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I'm going to die, but ain't nobody going to know about it for months,
Because my Doom bots are still out there.
that's the way I roll.
Zev Love X.
So this guy, Skiz Fernando, contributed to
Skis.
The Times, Rolling Stone, Spin, and Vibe, and he published the Wu-Tang Clan biography from the streets of Shaolin, the Wu-Tang Saga, last year. So, yeah, this guy must know what he's talking about. So,
Yeah. Or he just knows who to talk to.
and remember, Doom died on Halloween, but they didn't announce it
Till
until
New
New
Year's.
Year's Eve.
Yep.
So, I go back and I listen to more Doom now than I ever did, because I knew he was Zev Love X, but I didn't have an appreciation until we started listening to like the Czarface versus Metalface stuff.
Yep.
I didn't have that much of an appreciation for Doom's talents until we heard that, and then I went back and was like, okay, let me load up on my Doom collection.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's good when you're
Dive
by
in.
yourself. I can't listen to it with Janelle in the car, but when I'm by myself, that is damn good driving music.
Yeah. Yeah. No, B said, or Boss Lady said they sell a ton of Doom to the younger kids
Because
over at Freshtopia, where you can, go and get actual records from the record store.
and you don't even need Record Store Day to do it.
No, they got records all the time.
Next article, Farewell Face. And this we've hinted at in the last couple of weeks, too, because it had been talked about. RockTheBells.com reports that Mr. Scarface is hanging
walking up
up
the
the mic.
Yes, he is.
So go listen to him for as long as you like, because he ain't going to have no
Forever-
more music.
Forever, ever?
Forever, ever, ever. Scarface has announced his farewell tour and his retirement from the rap game.
Yes.
May 17th, the farewell tour, a 32-city tour that the Ghetto Boys legend promises will be his last. Tour kicks off July 8th in Oakland and
Yes.
ends
Is it in
August.
East Oakland?
It doesn't say no. And ends in August 27th in Odessa, Texas, which I believe is just on the
His home.
outskirts of Houston, where he's from.
Gotcha.
Stops in New York, L.A., Denver, Birmingham, Alabama. The August 6th stop of the tour at LL Cool J's Rock the Bells Festival in Queens,
In
New York,
Queens, yeah.
will mark the 20th anniversary of Face's 2002 album, The Fix.
The Fix, yep.
And he will be backed by his band, Formaldehyde Funkmen.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a
right
great
up there
name.
That's right up there with Fizzy Womack for names. I like that one. Or
It's not quite Shorty
Doodlebug.
Shit Stain, but
no, Doodlebug's band was Cosmo Funk Orchestra.
that's a good one too.
Sorry, he's not Doodlebug anymore. He's C Knowledge. It's kind of
See knowledge, the Doodlebug, yes.
Yes, it's a Yassine Bey Mos Def thing for me. It's
But I think his Instagram has both. I think
Does it?
I think it says See Knowledge, the Doodlebug, or something like
Okay.
that. As a member of Rap-A-Lot Records breakout act, the Ghetto Boys, Scarface, also known as DJ Action, not
not action.
not Action from Special Ed.
No, friend of the show, DJ Action.
Contributed to the hits Scarface, My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me, Gangsta Put Me Down, Mind of a Lunatic, and Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangster. So he didn't put out his first solo album until 91, but then we went through and recounted. He's got a shit ton of solo albums.
Yes, he does. He's got like the
Dozen
most,
of them.
The most no miss albums.
Yeah. His first album, Mr. Scarface is Back, he released nearly a dozen solo albums, including The Diary,
I think I
Last
still
of a
have
Dying
Mr.
Breed,
Scarface's back on cassette.
And
It's
the
got a crack in the case.
and The Fix. So let me see if there's any other spots in New York other than Queens.
No, that's
does
gonna be a
not-
huge festival in Queens. It's gonna be on the Rock the Bells level from the
Right.
past, just done better.
So I'm looking to see if
You
there's
want to
any.
go? We'll go.
Looking to see if there's any out your way.
No,
That's actually right before my birthday too.
See?
That might be worth thinking about. We'll have to see.
yep. You investigate. You let me know. We'll make it happen.
Now, Face has gotten into politics in the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
2019, he ran for Houston City Council. He lost, unfortunately.
He did.
But and in 2020, Face contracted COVID, which really hit him fucking hard, almost
yeah.
killed him.
Yep.
You know, he went into organ failure.
Didn't he need
and,
a kidney transplant?
um,
He got it from his kid or something.
yes, he had a year of dialysis, and then he received a
Yeah, 'cause
kidney
we-
transplant from his son.
Yeah, because we put out on the show, anybody, this is the situation that Face is in. If you want to donate a kidney, and who was it? I think it was Bryce said that he was going to go get checked and see if he was compatible.
Yeah, which is just crazy. But his son did it, which was
Yes.
fantastic. So Face says, I'm done with rap. If I could, I would love to go into a different lane of music. Maybe blues, rock, or alternative. I don't put anything past him.
No.
So,
he's a very creative person. So, I mean, I don't think it would be difficult for him to shift lanes.
So we wish Scarface, Mr. Scarface, I
Yes.
should say, all the best in his retirement from the rap game and hopefully continued improving health. 'Cause
Yes. And
that was
continued
scary.
success in whatever else he's going to do.
So Hip Hop DX brings us our next article, which you have entitled Jazzmatazz, which
Yeah,
I
what else do you
cannot
call it?
believe is 29 years old this year.
What I also cannot believe is it's 29 years old and so many people don't even know it exists.
That whole series they don't know exists.
Yeah.
which
I think
is
we've
one
done
of-
3 of them on here.
I think we did. I know we've done 2.
Yeah, I know
Don't know if we did the
this
third.
one. We did was it Street Soul? Is that what?
Mm-hmm.
We did that one. So I don't know if we did the second one or not.
I think we
Wait.
did.
Yes, but I'm a big fan of Guru. In case you don't know.
Yes. So DJ Premier has revealed the origins of Guru's Jazzmatazz name on the 29th anniversary of Jazzmatazz Volume 1. May 18th, 1993, that record dropped.
yeah, and didn't Jeru have a hand in naming it?
I think so, and I think it says so in here. Experimental fusion of hip-hop and jazz, if you
Yeah, it
remember.
doesn't say that right on the cover, right?
It's also what Guru says on the intro.
In the intro, yeah. But I believe it said it right on the cover of the Jazzmatazz album.
So 29 years ago, this is what Premier wrote. The release of this classic. And he put up a picture of the album. Fun fact, J. Rue the Damager came up with the name.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Guru. So,
John's asking if he jazzed all over his Taz. I think,
Um,
John, you would be the only one who know if somebody jazzed on your Taz.
yeah, I wouldn't want to know. Back in 2009, Guru explained what made him want to do this. He goes, back around 93, when I first came up with the Jazzmatazz concept, I was noticing how a lot of cats were digging into crates and sampling jazz breaks to make hip-hop records. I thought that was cool, but I wanted to take it to the next level and actually create a new genre by getting the actual dudes we were sampling in the studio
Yeah.
to jam over hip-hop beats with some of the top vocalists of the times. And you can hear the difference. It's not just a quick little 2 or 3 bar sample.
No. These guys are in the studio playing.
I mean, that first, after the intro, my favorite song on there is Loungin'. You know?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Loungin' is great. And then Le Bien Le Mal,
Well,
which
yes.
raps in French, which is I thought was really fucking cool at the time.
I still
So-
think it is.
But one of my favorite records of all time. So this
Yeah, I'm lounging. I got my man Donald Byrd.
Donald Byrd on the horns.
Shout out to my little man Nico. He's 2 years old. He's away visiting his grandma, but I miss him dearly.
And the changes.
If I rob this, you will find this situation shall advance.
Sorry.
See, me being the trumpeter, I just first time I heard that, I was like, I might have jazzed all over my Taz when I
You
first
may
heard
have,
it.
yes.
So
Kind of like when you heard that Dizzy Gillespie played the trumpet.
and
or the
then
sax.
when I heard that Dizzy Gillespie actually did play the sax, as told by his son, which we did not know.
His grandson, yes.
His grandson, yes, which we did not know. So this last article kind of came out of nowhere, and this is going to be appointment viewing for us.
It is. Actually, this came to us from Pumice T. Mandola. He sent
And
it
it
to me
comes-
last night and said, my wife called me into the room to see this. And the picture that I sent you first before the
Yeah.
article was a picture that Pumice sent me because he took a picture of his TV screen.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Bill needs to know about this one.
A&E, AETV.com,
Mm-hmm.
Arts and Entertainment. A&E is going to premiere The Origins of Hip Hop, which explores the moments that shaped the genre's iconic artists in their own words, and it's going to start a week from tonight,
Yes, as we record.
Memorial Day.
Yeah, I when I first read the title, I said, what does A&E know about the origins of hip hop? And then I found the article because all I had was the picture.
A&E did a great job on their documentaries for wrestling and all that other stuff. They do their homework, man.
Yeah, they've also done like 6 of the Biggie and Tupac stories.
Yeah. Well, somebody had to do those.
Yeah, but I saw the picture and I said, what the fuck does A&E know about the beginning of hip hop? And then I found the article where it said it will be told in the artist's own words.
Yes, we were talking about Plumbus.
Yes. That's an old school listener right there that remembers when Plumbus was on and told the story of why he is Plumbus.
Plumbus, yes. So this
Craig
8
G, I
episode
think, called him that.
Yes, 8-episode series produced by Mass Appeal, which is the force behind the Wu-Tang Saga on Hulu.
Now since this is 8 episodes, does this qualify as a limited series? Because they don't call them mini-series anymore. They're limited series.
To me, it would.
Because there's not going to be expected another season. So it should be a one-shot.
Which would suck because I could get into another season of this. There's so many stories that could be told
There's
on
8
this
million stories.
in the Naked City.
Indeed. 8 million stories.
So the 8 episodes that they have, Busta Rhymes,
Yes.
Eve, Fat Joe,
Nice.
Grandmaster Flash,
Sans the 5.
2 T's, 2 U's, 1 Ola.
I'm really looking forward to that one.
I'm looking forward to that one too. Ja Rule, that one I'm not really looking forward to. As silly as it sounds, I'm kind of looking forward to these last 2 just for the inanity of them. Little John,
Yeah.
and Uncle Luke.
Luke, okay.
Jamie and Billy.
Luke, to me, is the East Coast Master P, or Master P is the South Luke, whatever you want to look at it.
Right.
Neither one of them was any good as an MC, but they have such a nose for business that you bought 2 Live Crew albums. None of them MCs were any good.
No, but they marketed the shit out of them.
Right.
It's like Eric Bischoff used to say, controversy creates cash.
Yeah.
And man, did they create some controversy.
Yeah, you go through that No Limit catalog for P. Everybody's like, okay, well, Mystical, great. C Murder, all right, but Silk the Shocker's out there, and there's no reason for that. He makes You God look good.
Let's not get carried away now.
No, dead serious.
Okay, maybe it's a tie.
Silk the Shocker is ass in a bucket.
Ass in a bucket. Which I've never understood that phrase. Who puts ass in a bucket?
I don't know. Same person who gives you a bag of baby dicks. I don't know.
Big bag.
A big bag carried by Dwayne Johnson, apparently.
So the cool thing about this is all these episodes are narrated by Nasir Jones.
Nice. I would have preferred Bob Goldthwait, but Nas works. That's okay. 2 things about Bob Goldthwait, because we're completely off track anyway. When everybody says, who would you like to narrate the story of your life? And everybody's like, Morgan Freeman. I want Bob Goldthwait. Second thing about Bob Goldthwait, I think there should be a story made of his life, and Charlie Day should play him.
Okay. I could actually see that.
See, I think about these things all the time, especially when I'm watching Mountain Dew commercials with Charlie Day and was it Zach Levine? Who do. I'm like, Charlie could be Bob Goldthwait. Look at him.
So the first episode airs on Monday night, May 30th, 10 o'clock. And then it moves to its normal night, which is Tuesdays at 10 o'clock, starting on June 6th. So this is going to be appointment television. This might actually be DVR television for me. So I'm really looking for, because I think A&E does a really good job on these things usually.
Yeah.
Every time I've ever watched any kind of limited series, like I said, they did a whole shit ton of different wrestler documentaries last year, and they were all really, really good.
Biographies.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, A&E was the biography channel.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Next on Biography. Yeah.
now, was A&E also the home of Inside the Actors Studio? No, that was Bravo, I think.
I don't know. There was
I think
thought
that
it
was
a PBS
Bravo.
affiliate.
Yeah, but then I think it went to Bravo. But I used to love that show too. So yeah, go check out A&E starting next week for the origins of hip hop, because I will. I don't know about anybody else.
No, I'll have it set. I'm getting new cable boxes tomorrow, and I will. That's one of the first things I'm going to set up to record.
Why are you finally switching off of FiOS?
No, FiOS now is getting rid of their boxes and going to smaller boxes that no longer require. Okay, the main box requires a coaxial cable connection.
Right, well, as it should have to, because you got to connect somehow.
Right. The rest of the boxes in the house work off of the Wi-Fi and do not need to be connected via coax, and also do not need to be connected by HDMI to your television. So you just put a box in a room
And it will
that has
play.
an outlet, and it'll play on the TV that's in the room.
Wow.
This
Does
is
it
big
have to
thing.
be a smart TV, or does it
No,
have to be a TV that has
just has to
casting
be-
ability?
Doesn't have to be either one, because they
Really?
send you like little USB receivers.
Okay, that's what
That
I
you
was going to
plug in.
ask next.
Yeah.
So it's got to have a little, like, almost like a wireless mouse has the little USB receiver.
Right.
Okay.
Or be a Wi-Fi capable television that will also work where you don't need the receiver. One or the other.
Okay. Well, that's cool as hell, man.
Yeah, but that will allow me to watch TV outside at the bar.
Yeah, that's about as good as it gets.
Yeah. So that's happening tomorrow.
John getting all mathy on us, so I know it's time to take a break with his transitive property. Controversy creates cash. Cash rules everything around me. Then through the transitive property, controversy rules everything around me.
Yes.
Or would it be controversy creates and rules everything around me?
Or does it create the rules around you?
You know what it doesn't create? It doesn't create more coffee in my cup. So
It does
that's
not.
why we need to take our first break of the
We
evening.
do.
And when we come back, after our first break on episode 4, Shree 4,
Yes.
in memory of the one and only Bobo, we will come back with some Woo news and then some music on Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 4, Shree 4.
And for all of you who watched live, you're going to get a treat.
Oh my God, are you going to play it now?
You damn right I am. You guys are going to get a treat. That,
We-
I
Jake
did
fell
post it on
into this
Facebook, so-
today.
Yes. I did post it on
Like
Facebook.
he fell
but-
ass. He fell
Ass
into
in a
this like
bucket.
ass in a bucket. So there you
Yes.
go. There you go, Gil. There's your ass in a bucket reference.
Yes. So this is 3 minutes and 54 seconds, which while I'm playing it should give Bill time to get his Woo news ready and be ready. But this is going to be the greatest thing you've ever seen. Promise.
This is chicken chow mein. This is a mein. Chicken chow mein, man. Chicken chow mein, man. Chicken chow mein, man.
All right.
Look out. Here comes Lotion Man.
This is where I lost it while I was watching it. People are dry. People are ashy.
Motion, baby.
You know I do.
I
Oh
fucking love
my,
Keith.
I've never had nobody lotion me up like that before.
Ocean Man, goddamn.
Lotion man, goddamn.
Hurts my feelings.
Everything hurts your feelings.
Cute.
Yeah, fuck you two. I'm out of here.
You know what? You're just really pissing me off there, mister.
Chicken chow mein, man.
You got style. You got class.
Dr.
You
Funkenstein.
got style. When you got style, you got class.
Oh, what am I gonna do? Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Somebody help me.
What seems to be the problem?
My pussy is stuck in the tree.
Oh, get your pussy. Tree. Got your pussy. Here's your pussy.
Thank you, Jeannie.
There's a lot of pussy in those trees. Everybody want to bite a duck?
I have no idea what this woman's purpose is.
Isn't that the one who got upset before?
Yeah, but I don't know why she's in this.
I don't know. Maybe he likes her.
Maybe. Maybe she's one of them cheese crackers.
And then she blows up.
What seems to be the problem, baby? I will get your pussy from the tree. No problem.
That big bongo dong.
Another alias I did not know of.
Oh my God, he's got a tongue.
You got a little whipped cream on you.
Still? Oh, man. Okay. Hi, my name is Carmen, and I'm from Corona.
Chicken chow mein, man.
Oh, hold up. That's enough of this.
My whole life, I'm watching a video. My whole life. Bye.
Good evening. Welcome to the show.
You're all welcome.
That
Look, there's
was
a lot of people
the Cool Keith show from 6 years ago, of which there were 2 episodes.
And there's the 98-year-old refrigerator. But this is one of those things for people who are not overly familiar with Cool Keith. To help understand our as Cool Keith says, you have to understand who Cool Keith is to understand Cool Keith. And nobody does. Cool Keith is a man of a million personalities. And I don't think that's an exaggeration.
I don't think it is either, because
Oh,
I
God.
didn't know anything about Chicken Chow Mein, and I surely didn't know anything about Lotion Man.
Chicken chow mein. Motherfucking Cool Keith.
This is a
Yeah,
meme.
no. Yeah. This is chicken chow mein. This is a main. This is chicken chow mein.
And then he put a fucking lion mane on a pit bull.
Well, yeah. It was a chicken chow mein.
I just wanted the dog,
That's
man.
how Keith do.
I like the dog. All
That's
right,
fair.
so you're going to find us a
Oh, I got one.
a drop.
I'm ready. I am always ready. Greg, that is 3 minutes that you will never get back, but is an experience that many, many people in the world will never get to have. So be happy. Shut up. Be happy. And on that note, we're going to hit this drop with a Shri. Woo's your mama?
Here comes the soul. Here comes the soul.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's the Soul Brother #1 Pete Rock. Shout out to Jamie and Bill on Mr. Throwback Thursday. Peace and love, baby. Thank you for your support.
Huns always ask what's the bulge in my pocket. I tell them papers. I rock from top to bottom. Never hesitate to say, my God. I rest on the hillside, over on the chill side.
1 2 1 2 what's good, yo? This is Ghostface, Staten Island, New York. And right about now, it's time for news with Jamie and Bill. I know what it is. Get it correct. Mr. Throwback Thursdays, Jamie and Bill. You know what I mean? On Who News. That's what's going down right now. Y'all check this out. Exclusive. Peace.
The RZA, the Jizza, Raekwon, Master Killer, Inspector Jack, You God, Method Man, Ghostface Killer, and old dirty bastard.
It's now time for Woo News with Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Mention me, y'all.
Welcome back, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 4, 4.
Yes.
And it is indeed time for Woo News. To the patrons who were here for the break, we apologize for what we put you through, but we had to. Chicken chow mein. You want some lotion?
You gotta call lotion.
Well, I don't know about Lotion Man, but I am going to talk about Clifford Smith Jr., professionally known as
H-O-D, man.
And of course,
L-O-C-I-O-N, man.
It does work.
Yep.
Oh, so
Maine.
the Detroit Free Press at freep.com. Free P. This ain't no motherfucking P.
No, I just heard that the other day, by the way.
Wu-Tang Clan rapper.
The remix for the P is free.
Wu-Tang Clan rapper Clifford Smith Jr., professionally known as
H-O-D, man.
is bringing his Tikal cannabis brand to the state of Michigan.
Lieutenant Tom is going to be retired soon. He can get some of that.
He can.
Yeah.
So again, the brand is called Tikal,
yes.
taking into consideration all lives.
Mm-hmm.
An infused pre-rolled joint called Sweet Island Skunk is going to be the first release from that. So, Sweet Island Skunk.
That's what the man said.
And the reason why they went to Detroit, Michigan is the birthplace of Motown and Method Man's iconic influence in music. We believe it's a perfect match, says Nathaniel Vereen, who is the co-founder of Tikal.
Any relation to Ben?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No dancing.
Damn.
So
dancing.
And it says Tikal will launch its initial product in 5 black-owned Detroit dispensaries, including Remedy, House of Zen, House of Mary Jane, West Coast Meds, and Viola. And this was by design. It says, we know that African Americans in many of Michigan's diverse communities have had a very hard time entering the regulated Michigan market.
Mm-hmm.
So about 3% of all cannabis businesses in Michigan are black. So that's where Tikal is going to go. Hopefully that will increase their sales because there are people who will buy anything associated with a Wu-Tang member. So
this is true. There's a coffee company out there that's tastes kind of chemically.
Killer Coffee, yes.
Yeah, but anything with that W on it. I don't know, like maybe this.
Mm-hmm.
But this is really good.
Hard vanilla. It's not soda.
Hard the drink. It's the drink.
Yes, it's not soda. It's vanilla carbonated beverage. Yes.
Yeah, look them up. They are Hard the drink.
So Tikal launched, the cannabis company launched back in June 2020 in California, has expanded to Nevada and Colorado, and now it's going to be in Michigan. It's also launching in Arkansas, and it's going to enter the Pacific Northwest region by the end of the year. So good luck and
We're
congratulations.
in Delaware. Oh.
Good luck and congratulations to Clifford Smith Jr., professionally known as
H-O-D, man.
on the expansion of Tikal and the cannabis with which comes from it. Next article of Woo News, the agony of defeat.
Yes.
Now, we have talked many times in the past about GZA of the Wu-Tang fashioning himself as a chess player.
Well, yeah, he is a genius.
He likes to play. So,
as does RZA, as do a lot of the Wu members.
But GZA on Monday, May 16th, was in Nashville, Tennessee to perform at Nashville City Winery. And before that, he stopped at a restaurant and bar to play speed chess. And he got whooped.
Yeah.
Twice.
Now, do you take speed and then play chess, or do you just try to play chess fast? I don't understand how it works.
Speed chess is just playing chess really, really fast. You know, the timer on there, I think you're only allowed maybe 15 seconds between moves, something like that.
Okay, play it.
But he was playing speed chess, and he got beat
by
twice.
a dude in beast mode. Didn't he say he stood up to make his moves?
Yes.
That was his beast mode. Is that what the quote was?
Well, the kid was 10 years old.
Yes, he was.
He had to stand up to make his moves because he couldn't reach the board. So,
it's like pizza, John.
Kyan Washington was the kid's name. He's a student at the Nashville Chess Center. So, yeah, he stood up, made his moves. His mother, Bonita, said that's his beast mode.
Is her last name Applebum?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so. That would be too cool if it was.
She'd have to put me on.
So GZA shared a photo of the match to his Instagram, and there you can see this young man standing up to make his moves, schooling the GZA on his Instagram.
I just imagine a kid talking shit to him, standing up and going, what?
Can't win them all. I was honored to challenge this young man, and the outcome was critical. He defeated me twice. Yeah. Lieutenant Tom, we just mentioned you.
Times. We did. You're going to be able to imbibe. Is that the term? Partake
of the
Tikal.
Clifford Smith Jr., professionally known as
H-O-D, man.
brand of cannabis, which will be released in Michigan. You just have to go to one of the 5 black-owned dispensaries.
And being a police lieutenant, I would assume that he knows where those things are.
I would think he would, yes.
Yes. But very soon he will no longer be a police lieutenant. He will have been a police lieutenant, and he will be able to go to those places if he wants to.
Absolutely. So GZA sent out an invitation saying anybody interested in taking him on in speed chess. Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies, John. I'm glad you brought that up. Searching for Bobby Fischer does show speed chess in the parks. In fact,
used to do it out in the park.
Ben Kingsley plays the stuffy
I believe
chess
that's Sir Ben Kingsley.
Whatever. He actually tells the little boy, whose name was Max Pomerantz was the little kid who played him.
Sure.
But yeah,
his name could be Tikal. I don't know.
But if you've never seen that movie, it is a fantastic dive. I mean, you think like Little League and shit is way too competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, dude. I didn't realize chess parents were that fucking crazy. William H.
They keep their kids in the closet unless they're coming out to play chess. So
yeah, Josh Waitzkin was the name of the kid in the movie. He was played by like Max Pomerantz or something like that. But William H. Macy plays one of the fathers. I think it's Joe Mantegna plays Waitzkin's father, Fred, who was a sports reporter, actually. And it's a true story. So, you're just an excellent movie. I watch that. It doesn't come on very often, but every time I see it, I watch it. And Lawrence Fishburne does. He plays the guy in the park who teaches young Josh how to play aggressively in speed chess, and his regular teacher tells him never bring your queen out too early, and Fishburne is like, bring her out, Josh, that sort of thing, just the whole time. And Fishburne is probably the best part of the movie, if you ask me. But
he often is.
But anyway, Jizza,
Furious Styles,
would have gotten schooled by this kid too. But yeah, according to Nashville Scene, this kid has been participating in this tournament since he was 7. So this is the best part. He said once he stood up, he already knew he was going to win.
Yep,
because
he
these
hit
kids,
that switch.
These kids can look and see one of my favorite lines in that whole movie is when the kid at the end is playing against Josh and he makes a mistake. And the teacher, who cannot be in the audience with him, they're watching from a separate room on a monitor. He goes, "That was a mistake." And everybody's like, "What mistake? Who made the mistake?" And then the teacher's like, "Josh, you've got him. It's 12 moves away, but you got him." And I'm thinking to myself, how can he picture 12 moves away? And then all of a sudden you see him notice it. And he offers the kid a draw, and the kid's like, make your move. And he ends up winning it. And at the end, he's like, I tried to give him a way out. Yeah. But yeah, it's just a great movie. Excellent movie. But Jizza apparently got his ass whooped by a 10-year-old playing chess. So
yeah, it happens.
So he may be a genius, but he's not a chess master. Now, if he punched the kid, maybe that would have been chess boxing. I don't know.
It may have been, and he knows the mysteries of.
Last little bit of woo news. You God still sucks. ODB is still deceased.
He is.
Now, for those who were on before we actually came on live, you might have heard us talk about this one and done, because it's music time on Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 4. And our one and done, which I can't believe there's actually a website that has any information on this, because you can't get this record anywhere.
No, it's very difficult to find. I just happen to have it and have converted it to MP3 and then imported as a local file into Spotify just so I could share with all of you.
And it came out in 1989.
A number. No, this is not Bruce Willis's album, Tom. I think you're the only one who owns that on vinyl.
Uh-huh.
He has it. Bruno?
Yeah.
He's got it on vinyl.
Is this the only record by this group? I think it's a true one and done.
It is.
This is a true one and done that came out in 1989. It is from the band Unity 2, as opposed to Unity 1. And the name of the record is, What Is It, Yo?
That's a legitimate question.
And you would have thought that they would have done better, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tracks on the record.
I got 11.
Oh, okay.
I have a rub-a-dub mix.
Oh, I don't have a rub-a-dub mix.
Of track 5.
Well, then we'll have to go to that after we're done.
Of
track
course.
number 1 is the title track. So no intro, but the title track is track 1. You would think that would kind of foreshadow success, but it does not.
Think.
Track number 1, What Is It, Yo?
You're on a mission.
Track number 2, Living in a Dream.
One, two, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2, 1. That's how we live.
That's how we're living. Living a dream.
I kind of dug the brass in there. Track number 3. Hey.
This is the candy bar with a bunch of nuts, right?
Yes. Why does this sound like the Mighty Mighty Boss Tone?
Yeah, this is a whole new breed of
Who
music.
broke up this year, by the way.
It's called hip ska.
Raga hip hop.
Yes.
I just love the Zamfir pan flute in there too.
Well, yeah. He is the master after all. 1, 2, 3. A 3.
A 3. But yeah, you know, the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones after all these years broke up this year. So track number 4.
Skanking for him.
Maybe. Interview.
This generation rules the nation.
I was born Haitian. I was born in America. Moved to Brooklyn, tri-state area. Now live in America. State called New Jersey. Went to Erasmus. Don't even try to diss me. Learned the language. I was already hanging. Graduate from high school. Just chilling and slanging. Got a scholarship. I got one too.
Just chilling and slanging.
I got one too. Track number 5. Shirley.
Shirley.
Everybody, you're my girlie. Shirley, you're my girlie. Bring it down.
Hey yo, Shirley, you were my girlie, but now when you see me, you're dissing me thoroughly. How come you run from me when I'm fun to hang out with? I don't carry a gun.
Such an awkward rhyme scheme.
Thoroughly
but it
does
works.
not rhyme with girly. I don't care what you say.
They're both spelled with an EE.
Yes. He tried. I'll give him full marks for that. Track number 6, Brooklyn Story.
Last night had it all.
Last night changed it all.
I do not object to ska and hip hop having a baby and calling it Unity 2.
I don't object to it either, to be honest with you. But like I said, it's very Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Well, yeah, Real Big Fish. Yeah,
I loved Real Big Fish.
Yeah, they're
Save Ferris.
Yeah, I mean, even No Doubt was a heavy ska band at one
Ska
point.
influenced, in the beginning. Absolutely, they were. Track number 7. Can you feel it?
That's a Fat Boy song.
Why can't we let it out? Why must we always try? Act so hard, and then it comes out wrong, and we end up wondering
why.
Track number, what are we up to? 8, yes. And that is Funky Reggae Style.
My partner, it's 1990. Who are we gonna send this one out to? Yo, I think this one is gonna be going to the Funky Reggae Posse.
Funky. Cash Money Ducats with that reggae style.
Track number 9, Buckwheat the Rebel.
Without a pause. The Piano Man.
Why does this sound like every 90s band that was at the Dutchess County Fair? Like the Jets.
The Jets were awesome. Buckwheat.
Ain't got no pride while you really in the pipe white.
Rebel within the devil.
They
Here
needed
it
an
is.
O-tay in there somewhere.
Buckwheat. Here I is.
Dude, I would have popped so hard if that was in there. Track number 10, ABCs.
I hear they're easy as 1, 2, 3s.
Depends who you ask. All right, we need to get this record on streaming services.
Yeah, because it's so not.
It's for alcohol.
Booma.
It's for booze, you know. Yeah, that's for cocaine.
Pull over, man. Why? I gotta take a piss. Booma.
Booma.
I got to
And
pee.
then-
I got to pee up on a tree.
And then you got track number 11, which you said was a remix of
Yes.
what? Shirley.
It's Shirley, the Rubber Dub mix.
A little bit more bass to it.
Yeah. It's Rubber Dub style. Shirley, you're my girlie. Shirley,
You got to get that word rhyme in there again.
you're my girlie.
Because I don't think anybody's going to come for this song.
Hey, yo, Shirley, you were my girlie, but now when you see me, you dissing me thoroughly. How come you run from me when I'm fun to hang out with? I don't carry a gun.
That's the one. Why I'm fun to hang out with. I don't carry a gun.
That's a very Derek B feel, Easy Q on that delivery of that line.
Yeah. And I could see Kane delivering that obviously better. But I
Yeah.
could see that being part of his rhyme scheme.
Also a little bit special ed, too, because, you know, fish, because it's my favorite dish.
No, that's Rakim.
Oh, yes.
Without
Special ed
money,
is
it's still a wish.
Right. Special ed was potato alligator souffle.
Souffle.
That's
I got it made. Yes.
I got it made. Yes, because he had that same kind of rhyme feel
Yeah.
in a couple of his lines too. Not quite the Biggie way of doing it,
Yeah.
which was more of a standard, like 4-bar cadence.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of rhyming on the 2 and 4, he rhymed within lines.
Right.
Which Kane did too, to a certain extent. But Kane would rhyme 3 or 4 words in a line, and it's just
he's just amazing. I mean, and you know, your boy Marshall, that's where he got a lot of his inspiration from, is from Kane.
Marshall's big thing was, which, by the way, I know you're not a fan of his,
No,
but I
no.
appreciate you sharing the Forgot About Lorne from,
Yeah, it was cut. That was the crazy thing. It didn't air.
yeah. So
You know,
it was,
Pete deserved a full send off. I mean, he had the whole
Weekend Update thing, which I
right,
thought was
but-
really good. He
Yeah.
got some great lines off in that,
Oh, yeah.
too. You know,
Yeah.
teasing the Chris Rock thing. He goes, which is, you know, what us alumni do, I guess,
Yeah.
or something like that. But yeah, he's like, this is how you know I'm white, because I'm incredibly successful and hardly ever show up to work. And I was like, oh, shit.
Yep. No, but that, for those of you who don't know, you know, Pete Davidson left Saturday Night Live. It was the season finale, as well as Kate McKinnon, A.D. Bryant, Kyle Mooney. But
I liked how they did Kate in the
yes,
beginning.
that was the best.
So She got a little choked up right as she was doing the live
Yeah.
from New York. It was Saturday night.
Yeah.
And then,
I think Kyle didn't really get a send off.
no, he just fell off a building. Which
Kyle Mooney. He's the family guy.
is very Kyle Mooney-ish.
It is.
But I like them saying goodbye to 80 on Weekend
bed,
Update
bitch.
too. Bowen Yang, I think, is a little over the top.
That's who he is. I mean, his Instagram handle is at Faye Dunaway.
But of course it is. But the two of them together on that all the time. Go to bed, bitch.
What's out? Michael Che.
Navel oranges. Navel orange. Why you have a belly button?
But
In
anyway.
case you don't know, we're both Saturday Night Live fans here.
Yes.
So,
and none of this will air.
And I thought Natasha Lyonne did a great job too.
Yes. Yes.
So that's your one and done. Unity 2. What is it, yo? And I'm going to shock the shit out of you, dude. Not a lick of charting action.
What? I figured this would have been a #1 album on every single chart.
But if you look at the Discogs on there, average rating is almost 4 out of 5. So people who have heard it really like it. And I didn't dislike it.
No. There's a lot of, there's that whole new metal era.
Yeah.
Where rock bands twisted some hip hop into their stuff. And,
yeah.
Some of it worked, some of it didn't. But as a genre, it was a fail.
Yep.
I had never heard, aside from this, a ska, hip hop, reggae mash.
No, I've heard reggae hip hop many times, but I've
Shinehead,
never heard the ska influence in it.
No.
And I dug that a lot. I mean, hell,
maybe I'll try to track down one of these guys, Cavo, or I didn't remember the other guy's name.
But
get him on the show, find out what happened.
It would be great, and see if it's anything that they can bring back, because I think there's a market for that sort of thing, dude. But I don't know anything. I'm just the voice. You're the brains. You're the brains. I'm the voice of this show.
I am nothing.
It's time for our record
guy
of
with
the
the
week.
name on the marquee. That's all I am.
Yep. Well, you invented the name, so it's and you copyrighted it.
I did, but you own half of it, so
nothing from nothing leaves
exactly
nothing.
0 to the 10th, man.
Equals nothing at all. One white duck. Record of the week time.
Oh yeah, we got more music.
And the record of the week is another one that I had not heard of.
I like that. I'm very happy that you haven't heard of her.
So I went through and gave a tiny little listen while I could.
Just a scan through, yeah.
This is not a one and done, because I think
she's got quite a few.
Yeah, but this was the first one.
Yes.
1994.
A number.
On AWOL Records. Produced by DJ Daryl and Extra Large. June 30th, 94, actually. Which would be 14 days after the New York Rangers won the Stanley Cup, which was June 16th. Just throwing that out there.
Last time they won, yes.
The debut studio album by rapper Marvelous.
Yes, not Marvelous like Marv.
And this is Ghetto Blues.
Little Ghetto Blues.
I've got 10 tracks on this record.
As do I.
And track number 1, again, title track.
Yeah.
Ghetto Blues.
Growing up in the 916 was straight nothing nice. Brothers on the corners be down in 40s and shooting dice. A rapper white brother got shot, don't trip out, retaliate. He shot who cares, another brother dead in the alleyway.
Track number 2 featuring Tucker, Nickelbacks and Hoes.
Blowing me up, niggas be playing a role that can't be faded. If it's playing you like them, love me much because this game I plays, it can't be no love. Cause ain't no love back from the brothers I dealt with ever since I figured that out way back in the day. I just ain't felt shit. Who's to blame? And say no names, but yo, I handles mine. Saying I use you cause you giving a
Track number 3 featuring Sibo, Rup Dog, and Thomas. Smoking da Bomb.
Good old Thomas. And she's like Gary.
down for my dope, but the time has come to max. Kicking with the AC, some more cuts and fat sacks. Expand my thoughts to a deeper frame of mind. So the next time I focus, heard you'll be feeding for the
Frame of mind.
Track number 4, It's About Time.
It is. I don't know for what. For more horns.
It's about that time to handle some shit to get my flow on. Cause back in the days, niggas lived out without much to grow on. So I'ma kick some real shit from the heart about what I've been through. Always had a good head and my social trip on what this kid knew. I had to learn to struggle for myself, survive on street skills. Selling dubs down in dirt, my mind's knowing that crack kills every day. Me and my homie Cats and folks, he had to have scratch. Watching her back for popos cause we know they have to straight.
Track number 5, Kill the Disrespect.
Kill, kill, kill my landlord.
Kill that shit, kill all the disrespect for checking abroad. You need to stop and put yourself in check. You talk all this shit about you on TV, a man that's strong to follow up and start busting cats in your ass. I gotta be wrong, you say that we're down as a race. How can you blame these devils? Call me a bitch. That's prejudice on another level. Check yourself. I don't wanna put you down, but I hit the word bitch and hoe every time I turn around. They pull me weak. You say only a man with money fits me up.
That bass line was booming.
Yeah.
Track
Drive by
number
with the booming system.
Track number 6 featuring Sibo and Thomas. Can't Stand the Heat.
Now what does that tell you? The other hood is snitching, rat heads getting
Isn't that song and Do the Right Thing?
So fuck them and
Can't
beat 'em,
stand
'cause
it. I know
don't need
you
'em.
can't
Call up
stand
Daytona
it.
with them
Can't
bullets that
stand the
decapitate
heat.
'em. Cause nigga, that's how we roll in the 9 motherfucking foe. So when the tip of the triangle drops in your face, a desert eagle on that ass jump to the base.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch again because I seem to recall Mr. Senior Love Daddy playing You Can't Stand It. You can't stand it. To know you can't stand it. You can't stand the heat.
Well, it would make sense. Remember, it was the hottest day
Of
the year.
Yes.
Track number 7, Don't Cross Me.
Better listen to the lady.
Miss me with that bullshit, cause I ain't going out like that. Come at me with that real shit, or we can stop all that, cause I'm cool and kick me with. But slip, I'll kick your ass quick and catch before you cross more than lip. You should've started this, you got me on the road now. Now I got to talk bad. Tell us I got the shit you wish for, we never had. Everybody wants to cap a pistol, but they scared to pop. You better pack the block and pull the trigger to make these lyrics stop. M-A-R-V-A-L-E-S-S, well, that's just handle mine. Do some shit to make a trip of damage, fucking with your
MARVALESS.
I just love the fact that she started that track with Miss Me with That Bullshit.
Yeah, in 1994.
Track number 8, Another Dead Nickelback.
Cause every time I turn around, I see another nigga dead is getting closer to be a family member, homeboy, neighbor, classmate. White supremacist when I shit to do if we keep going at this rate. The laws of the way to those in the face, I'm wondering who knows the truth that a son is the last and that's how it passed. Another was God who knew that his life will last forever, but he so chose to take it day by day. You grew up with no other homies to back you what's the right way. Glad since the
Track number 9, Female Assassin. It's kind of what she sounds like, man.
Yeah. You can trust me.
Put your hands on the hood.
Step out of the car, man. Step out of the car.
Jack.
Another cop drop to the concrete as my gun blasting out his yummy and my AK is smoking much ass. Split up down, mama, I'm with vengeance, I struck on plate. For makeup school, I take the boo, I load up the AK. I spot him at a corner and I follow him down a dark road. I speed past, he pulls me up with the product folks.
And finally, track number 10, and this is how it is worded. I'm not mispronouncing it. Shouts Out.
Yes.
Not shout outs.
No.
93 Marvelous in the motherfucking house. I'm gonna
Like
start
attorneys
these shout-outs
general,
all the
yes.
right way. I gotta give funky props to my niggas on AWOL. First
And
of
Notaries Public.
all,
Yes.
Gas chamber ain't no motherfucking joke. What's up to that nigga Root Dog, Pizzo? And what's up to T for giving up all the cash and everything for the studio time just straight coming through? What's up to Renee and Keith Napier over there working at the office, keeping that shit tight? What's up to Barbara, moms? I didn't forget you. Thanks for the advice. It's all good. Bobby, I didn't forget your ass either. You in the house. What's up to St. Charles over at Solar Music Group?
Or to Keith and Hump.
And Ross, and
yes,
all the other double names. That is your record of the week for episode 4. Shree 4.
Indeed.
Ghetto Blues by Marvelous.
Little Ghetto Blues.
And there was charting action on this.
Oh.
I think the record itself charted on one chart. There were no singles.
Okay.
It peaked at number 100 on the Billboard Top R&B Hip Hop Albums. So
nice.
It made it.
It did.
So that was the record of the week. Marvelous. Ghetto Blues. How did you come across that record anyway?
Rabbit Hole. I was getting into some down south stuff, and I dug in. Probably around Scarface area is where it started, and then went a little east and dropped into New Orleans, got some Master P and some No Limit, and it just went from there.
I just like whenever we find female MCs that we didn't know of.
Yeah,
so,
and it's not like she had one album. I mean, she had a catalog.
Yeah. So Marvelous with Ghetto Blues, your record of the week for episode 4.
Not Marvelous Marv.
Not Marvelous Marv or Cash Money.
No.
For episode 4, Shree 4. And reminder that your one and done was Unity 2 with What Is It, Yo?
UNITY 2.
This is the last week for your artist of the month, who happens to be Inspector Deck. Deck, and Deck.
Damn straight.
So go check out Inspector Deck, Wu-Tang Clan, Czarface, any of the incantations of Inspector Deck.
Above the Clouds with Gangstar.
Yeah. And before we take our final break, we got an old to the new this week.
We do. Again, we stole an old to the new. We didn't ask anybody anything.
And we talked about it during the Hip Hop Headlines segment. The old to the new, the recently celebrated 50th birthday of Christopher Wallace, professionally known as the Notorious B.I.G., featuring Ty Dolla $,
yes,
and Bella Alubo. This is GOAT, GOAT.
I
like this one. B.I.G. Let's
come on. Popping magnums while I jig a bag something. Watch platinum, got jet lag from flights back and forth. Pop corks are the best scrapes, make the best CDs and the best tapes. Don't forget the vinyl. Take girls, break spinals. Biggie B, Richie like Lionel. Shit, you seen the Jesus, dip the H classes, ice project off light, shit flashes, blinded broke asses. Even got rocks and beard mustaches, rock top fashions. Ain't shit changed except the number after the dot on the range. The way niggas look at me now, kinda strange. I hate y'all too, rather be in Caribbean sands with Rachel. It's unreal. Out the blue, Frank White got sex appeal. Bitches used to go ill, still till still. Trying to see 5 mil off the single, for real. You ain't phasing, duck amazing. While your gun's raising, mine is blazing. See you on, see me on, talking to sweetness. Take it for weakness and leave quick. Lock up.
Look all like a little just one day my day. Take me to the moon. Pour water for my head when we reach the sun. I'm so in love with the life. Don't wake me up, oh, I'm finally home.
Puffin' Zion, the mansion used to be on the block. Biggie up in heaven looking down on us with pop. Pour some liquor, I'm a puff daddy on us a rock. Already presidential, down there big as a clock. Ran up in Poppy, see some thigh tees and we gone. You niggas at home screaming the fight song. Javante, Saint Laurent made out of python. This 40 cal cig with the red dot sights on. Dollar don't miss. Take a walk in my old shoes, say you wouldn't ball every chance that you get. We living for the moment, makes sense, don't it? That's right. To the moon, to the moon. Oh, yeah.
I'm so in love with the light.
Don't wake me up.
We hit makers with acres, roll shakers in Vegas. You can't break us, lost chips on Lakers, gassed off Shaq. Country house, tennis courts, on horseback. Ride and decide and crack crab or lobster. Who say mobsters don't prosper? Niggas is actors, niggas deserve Oscars. Me, I'm critically acclaimed, slug past your brain. Reminisce on dames who coochie used to stink when we rock house pieces and puffy Gucci links. Now we buy homes in unfamiliar places. Tito smile every time we see our faces. Cases catch more than outfielders. Half these rapping cats ain't seen war, couldn't score if they had point game. They lame, speak my name, I make them dance like Dame.
Pour water for my head when we reach the sun. I'm so in love with the light. Don't wake me up, oh, I'm finally home. Pour water for my head when we reach the sun. Gotta take it like this. Yeah, and now
I like this one. Bad boy.
They get that bad boy in there at the end.
Yeah, that kind of came out of nowhere. GOAT by Notorious B.I.G. featuring Ty Dolla $ign and Bella Alubo. Your Old to the New. Not a bad track, but you could tell it wasn't put together as nearly as well as the
Gangstar album.
The Gangstar album, yeah,
Yeah.
where it seemed like Premier just seamlessly wove those old Guru lines into his beats. It sounded like they were recorded at the same time. This definitely sounded like Biggie was patched over top of this.
Right. And that's the skill of the producer, too.
And the constant auto-tuning. I mean, 9 times out of 10, you're not even singing. Why are you auto-tuning your shit?
Rah.
But for those who love Biggie, I'm sure they're going to say it's the greatest thing since sliced bread because...
It is the greatest of all time.
Yeah, well...
So it says.
So it says.
The guy's going to drop an 8-record collection with 2 albums, yes.
And they're all going to sound like
the song,
that.
though.
I didn't hate the song.
Yeah, it's a cool song to just sit around and listen to.
Yeah, I didn't hate the song. I think it could have been done better. It sounded a little slapdash to me.
Yeah.
But Biggie's rhymes were just the way he always did them. You know, his cadence, his flow. But it definitely sounded like it was recorded for something else and just thrown on top like a patch.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Like you said, that completely off topic, but that lends to the level of Premier's producer abilities. He's not just a DJ that produces. He is a super producer because he made all that stuff sound like Guru was there in the studio recording.
Yeah, it's just, but not a bad track. The old to the new,
No,
Notorious
and there's
B.I.G.
a new album coming, so
There is a new album coming. Goat featuring Ty Dolla $ign and Bella Alubo. You're old to the new for episode 4. Shree 4.
Indeed.
We're going to take our final break of the evening, and when we come back, it will be time. It's time.
It's time
for Bill Reed's Lyrics on Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 4, Shree 4.
Yes, yes. All right, who else did we talk about earlier that I was going to grab? Not Uncle Luke.
No, we've had enough of that one.
Billy. No, there was somebody else that I was...
Jamie and Billy.
Oh, that one right there. Make sure I have music for this one. And then make sure I have the Burl link. So we're going to need that. So I should probably grab that now. I think even remember what it was. Oh, there it is. Well, that's good that I wrote it down. We got that there. We got that there. All right. So I'm going to... Oh, no, I got to get the motherfucking piano on standby, too. Which is listed as the motherfucking piano. All right. Are you prepared to get into some lurks?
Sure. Since I don't know what's going to be.
No. What fun would that be? Although you do have to do a collaboration with the Pillow Lady. Have her embroider a nasty lyric on a pillow and then have you read it off of the pillow. All right. So let's bring this in with a Shree. Who's your mama?
What's good? This is DJ Action, the original DJ Action Love, putting it in reverse for my mans, my homies, Jamie and Bill on Mr. Throwback Thursday. And if you ain't tuned in, you dead wrong. Brooklyn in the building. One.
But it starts with Bill.
Question. It's called reading. Top to bottom, left to right. Put words together as a sentence. Take Tylenol for any headache. Midol for any cramp.
Most people probably hilarious, but they should.
Welcome to Bill Reed's Lyrics.
Welcome back, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 4, Shree 4. It is indeed time for Bill Reed's Lyrics. And in honor of Mr. Bobo himself, I would assume, since Bobo was the king of sleaze, that this is probably going to be something really dirty. So
yes. Oh, and in case you haven't checked the numbers, Facebook is 0. So I'm guessing that we've been muted on Facebook.
We've been muted on Facebook again, yes.
Yet again.
And 10 minutes after we're done, it'll be released.
Yeah, it will. Uh-oh. Hold on. I just got a message from... Well, that doesn't help Hugo. Hold on. Hugo sending me stuff or not sending me stuff, and it's coming from Hugo. I don't know. Anyway.
Ernie her.
Yes. I will come over here to the private shizette. And I will send this over to you right, Sean. And then we're going to do verse 2, which is after the chorus.
Oh, okay. This is not whom I thought it was going to be.
You thought it was going to be Cool Keith.
I thought it was going to be Lotion Man. Yes. Verse 2.
Yes.
That's chorus type 2. Okay, times 2. So they're not numbered, so I'm guessing that top one is verse 1. Yes.
Okay. So with...
Am I doing the chorus too?
Would you like to?
Why not?
Okay. Then with no type of ado, player.
None. Okay, player. Only because we used them this week.
Yes. Sesame Street, Grover, Styley, whether nearer or further, will cue the motherfucking piano.
Well, if you ain't doing it now, in the future, you will do it. And when you're dead and buried, wherever you go, you'll still do it. Suck my dick like a dick is supposed to be sucked. Open up wide and let your tongue get fucked. Suck my dick like a lollipop. And when I bust a nut, you still don't stop. You gotta slip, slip, slurp, and slurp, slip, slip. Take a pause to spit and wipe the nut from your lip. You say you can't suck a dick, then use a goddamn lie. You don't need no instructions. And this is why. If you can lick your fingers after licking the finger-licking chicken, you can lick my dick. So start licking. It's like sucking your thumb. Same thing. Suck my bone. If you can't give me no jawbone, then you can go home. The jawbone. Yup. Yeah, the jawbone. Do me, baby, when we get alone. The jawbone. What? Yeah, the jawbone. Do me, baby, when we get alone.
I was going to have you do verse 3, so if you'd like to take a look at that just because.
No, because I'm sure you'll save that for another night.
I probably will.
Oh. Okay, yeah, that's probably going to be. And
yeah,
I
will
won't
be
remember
another.
it when, and I won't remember it when you bring it back up. But
No, it's not like I'm going to do it next week.
I've heard it referred to as a lot of things. I've never heard it referred to as jawbone.
Jawbone.
That's a new one.
Yeah, Greg, we of course get censored by Facebook every time we play music for you guys. But we're not going to stop doing that. So I would highly recommend watching on Twitch regularly. Yes.
Twitch.
Or YouTube. I don't know how well YouTube does. I don't get notifications from them very often. But yes, Twitch.
No.
I should just cut Facebook off altogether for the show and just broadcast on Twitch and YouTube and Twitter.
Yeah.
Say, fuck them.
Fuck the Book of Face.
Yes. And Ren said it with authority.
Or shall I say, meta fuck them.
Yes. Meta fuck you. Motherfuck me. Yes, we see you there.
So that was Bill Reed's lyrics for episode Faux Shri Faux.
Yes. Shri Faux.
And again, I forgot my hats. So
what?
They're over in the other room. I forgot the fan too. It's like roasting like a motherfucker in here too. And I forgot my fan.
No, I got this nice split unit through my wall here. It's very nice down here.
Yeah, I gotta put the AC in this room because the
and
temperature
your green screen back up because your microphone keeps disappearing.
The temperature here went from like my microphone just fell right out of the
microphone attacked him.
It did. Look at that. See, doesn't like to disappear.
It does not. It says you better have your green screen back.
Yes, you know what? I actually washed it. Now I just got to find all the clips and everything to put it back up behind me. So yeah, without the hats, then I suppose we just
switch
take us
from
home.
Bill to Phil and take us the fuck home.
Bill to Bill.
Yes, Bill the Bear. I don't know.
Everything. Bill the Bear. Very nice. Everything about tonight's show was fueled by death, which means Death Wish Coffee.
Yes, that's the gateway mug, by the way. You were trying to remember what it was?
Yes.
This is not. This is a patron-only mug.
Yes. The world's strongest coffee, Death Wish Coffee, of which the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast is a official affiliate of.
They are.
Death Wish Coffee, the world's strongest coffee. Go find them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or at deathwishcoffee.com. Place your orders on the website. Use the code TBT and save 12% off your order. Most places only give you 10. TBT gives you the extra
Yes,
2%.
yes. Bill and I each kick in 1% of our own.
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Don't forget to check out other friends of the show, such as Def Rugs. That is defrugs.com, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at Def Rugs. Handmade, high quality, hip-hop themed rugs by the original Ruggy Fresh himself.
Yes.
That is Marshall Fox and his business partner, the green-eyed bandit Eric Sermon. Go check out Def Rugs and get yourself a Def Rug. Our friend Heather Lent up in Schenectady, New York on J Street. She is the proprietor of the Bittersweet Candy Company, where she makes candy and chocolate that is handmade, small batched, different, and
delicious.
Go check them out on Facebook and order at bittersweetcandy.com. Use our code THROWBACK there and save the aforementioned 10%.
Yes.
Plumbus got a mention
Yes.
earlier this week. That's Pumice T. Mendola. He is the owner and operator of Melted Mics at MLTDMICS.com. For hip-hop themed t-shirts, you can go to meltedmics.com.
And
Use the
third base exclusive stuff.
Yes. Use the longer discount code MR Throwback Thursday and save 10% off your order there.
Yes.
And finally, Etsy.com/shop/geek-like-you, where the geek shall inherit the earth. Hip-hop and pop culture themed items from the sick, twisted mind of one Mr. Throwback Thursday himself and his sick, twisted wife, Mrs. Throwback Thursday. So go check out Etsy.com/shop/geek-like-you, where the geek shall inherit the earth.
Ain't no codes over there. You pay
No.
full.
Yes, you do. But it's worth it.
Damn straight.
Social media network for the show starts with MrThrowbackThursday.com, where you can check out all of the articles that we talk about in both Woo News and Hip Hop Headlines. So if we mention anything that really piqued your interest and you want to know more about it, go check out the show notes at MrThrowbackThursday.com. There are links to everything. There's also links to the albums that we talk about every week.
There will not be links to the stuff that we did during the break. And if you don't know what we did during the break, you should become a patron or watch live.
Yes. And you could always click on that microphone and leave us a message by hitting us up. Follows you everywhere you go on the site. You can also follow us on Twitter, Chow Mein, at @the_MR_TBT and at Bill_MR_TBT are the Twitter handles, as you can see on the screen if you're watching live, or if you're just listening, you just heard them.
Or if you're watching Memorex.
Our Instagram handles, mine is the same as my Twitter handle, Bill_MR_TBT. Jamie is very easily Mr. Throwback Thursday. Same as the discount code for Melted Mics.
Same as it ever was.
How about that? And if you are one of those people who like to send email, you can do so to MrThrowbackThursday@gmail.com.
I might even write back.
He may. And then again, he might not.
I might
It's
not.
shout out time.
Yay.
Shout outs this week. We will start with Gail Dunmire and Manny Baez, Sarah Henderson, John Henderson, Hugo Gonzalez, Sanket Patel, Teresa Lynn's Simple Luxuries at teresalyns.com, Clay Arsenault, Jason Eckert, the Shrieking Warrior, Jennifer Buchanan, Jacob O'Neill, Jason Heath, Paulie Tibbert, Chris Kinsley, Jessica Walker, Deshauna Townley, Shane Hatley, Ricky Schnarr, Kenneth Elsfelder, Brian Hollenbeck, and Robert Jeffroy. They get announced every week because
I got 5 on it.
Or more.
if you want to get your name mentioned every week, become a patron at the Loonies level. Go to patreon.com/MRTBT or MrThrowbackThursday.com. Click on the link that says become a patron.
Yes, and happy 75th to Mr. Dunmire coming up on Saturday.
Absolutely. Big number. Special number.
Yes.
And all the best to Brian on his birthday from everybody here at Mr. Throwback Thursday.
And hopefully we will be seeing him on Thursday for Fresh Flicks.
Maybe that's a thing.
Might be.
Friends of the show, don't forget, check Anthony, Imran, and Rug Boy over at the Jock and Nerd podcast. Check out our friend Lion's podcast, Lion Like Roar. That's RAWR for the searchers in you. Check out our friend Talking Thai on her webpage at brooklynthainyc.com and her show, What's the Word podcast with Brooklyn Thai NYC. Check out the hardest working turntablist in the world. That's DJ B. He is on itsfreshradio.com. Also on the Fresh Radio app for your phones, regardless of what type of phone you have. You can get that app.
I think you would tell Alexa and Google and whatnot to play him too.
I think so. After we air every Thursday at 6 to 8 a.m. on Fresh Radio at itsfreshradio.com, you can stick around and you can listen to DJ B do his all request show. And you can tweet your requests to him at Real Fresh Radio.
Yes.
Sometimes there's
only tweet him. Do not go on his Twitch channel and ask him. Do not go into the verbal intercourse on Fresh Radio and ask him. No.
Tweet
her.
And pay attention. Sometimes he does themes.
He does.
So your request has to follow the theme if he's doing one. So go check out the greatest turntablist in the world working right now, DJ B. We also want to mention our friends at wild1radio.com. They tell everybody else in the world where we are every week. If you are anywhere in the world and want to listen to Mr. Throwback Thursday, you can do so at wild1radio.com. Just click on shows, find Mr. Throwback Thursday, and it will give you a list of times and places, and you'll get to hear us no matter where you are. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff. You know where to find us on all of your podcast channels and providers and everything else. So we thank you all very much for joining us. Please share the good word to your friends and family and other people who you know dig this kind of music.
Yeah.
Because, we do this for fun. And, I hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoy it, and hopefully your friends will enjoy it too. So go invite some other people to share in the joy that is Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Yes. Or the pain that is Mr. Throwback Thursday. Whatever.
So take good care of yourselves. Wash your hands.
Wash your butt.
Until next time, keep it classic.
And like Cool Keith says, don't smoke salvia while going diarrhea in Korea.
And always remember,
new school stale, old school fresh.